welcome to today's Hobbii Happy Hour with me, Louisa, and with the wonderful Matthias, who did the intro for me because I was still quickly setting some things up in the back end. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all in the mood for some festivities and some festive cheer. I also realized I meant to actually take the pumpkins down and put some Christmas decorations up, but I forgot to do that. I'm very sorry, everyone. I know it still looks a thumbnail, but today we're going to talk about our Christmas yarns because this week's live offer is an extra 20% off the Christmas collection. So it is all of our Christmas yarns at an extra 20% off with code HAPPY20. That code is valid 24 hours, so it's active until tomorrow around this time, whichever time that may be for you locally. So HAPPY20 is the code that you want to use at checkout in order to get 20% off on our beautiful, beautiful yarn collection of all of our Christmas yarns.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Christmas yarns. We are very festive this year. I will, of course, today during this live stream, tell you a little bit about those Christmas yarns. I'll tell you a little bit about each of them, or at least most of them. I don't know if we'll have time to do each, if I'm being honest, because it's a lot of them. And also, I have previously done a live stream where I talked about them, and the code didn't work quite right. And so just to put your mind at ease, this week HAPPY20 is working on our Christmas yarns. So no worries there. I say that very confidently, and then I realized that I normally check the code before. Matt's going to check it for me in a second, just to take to ease my mind. But HAPPY20 should give you 20% off on our Christmas yarns. And then you can just grab those at a little extra discount. They are already on sale, all of them. So the 20% applies on top of that sales price. So let's say if you want to grab yourself some salt on Christmas, that's already 30% off right now. You can add an extra 20% on top of that, and that'll give you an extra 20% off with our code HAPPY20. And Matt is just making sure that that code actually works as it should. It does. Excellent. Things are looking up and things are going our way.
Nothing's stopping us now.
Nothing can stop us now.
No.
We are going to bring festive cheer to you, whether you want it or not. In addition to our 20% off offer, we also have 3 giveaways today. Today, we've got 3 giveaways. Giveaway numero uno, we will, in a minute, look at a lot of beautiful, beautiful works of art posted by you in our live streaming group. We have a group on Facebook called the Hobbii live streaming community, which is a super loving and supportive and sweet place where we get together and exchange and talk about our live universe, whether that be bingo or live shopping. And we also have recently started asking you to post your current works in progress or recent makes or pictures of your stash if you're in between projects right now in the group using our hashtag Hobbii Live. And then every week I go through those posts and I note down the names of everyone who's posted. I say note down the names, there's paper in here. I note down the names of everyone who's posted. I make a little slideshow of some of the beautiful projects that you've put in, and then we look at them together, we celebrate each other's creativity, and also in the group, people are so supportive and sweet, and everyone is really working well, not working together, but really supporting each other and hyping each other up, and it is very, very lovely. So if you're not already in the group, you can check it out. It's on Facebook. It's called the Hobbii Live Streaming Community. There should also be a link sent to you. If you've commented on this video on Facebook, you'll get a little link that sends you there as well. And our first giveaway winner will be drawn from everyone who posted in the group this week using the hashtag Hobbii Live and posting a picture of their current make or current whip. So thank you for all of you who participated. It was a lot of you. And I do, as every week, when I go through and I note down all the names, I do try to make sure I leave a like on everyone's post, especially if I'm not including them in the slideshow, because I want you to know that I saw your post. It happens as it always does. I get very swept up in the whole thing and I do forget to like posts, but in case you didn't see a like, don't worry, I noted down a lot of names. So there's a lot of people. We will also do 2 giveaways from the chat right here on the stream. One will also be for a gift card with $25 or equivalent in your currency, and the final one at the very end is going to be $50 or equivalent in your currency as a thank you for sticking it through till the very end. So we have 3 giveaways. We have 20% off our Christmas yarns, and then we have a lot of lovely yarns to talk about and a lot of beautiful inspiration to share for these Christmas yarns. Mallory is saying, do I need more yarns or projects? Nope. Do I want all the Christmas yarns anyway? Yes. I am with you. I am in the same boat. I do already have now a kind of action plan on what I need to make before Christmas. So I have a few people who are getting homemade gifts or crocheted gifts from me, and I need to make sure to do those. So Kelly's saying, I just started an attempt to make your cute little scarves. How long do you typically make them? I go completely by feel. So what I usually do is I'll just kind of end up holding them around my neck and kind of just seeing like okay, does this feel right, to find the halfway point, and then I just do it backwards. I also just, essentially the very first one I ever made, I kind of use as a prototype and then just hold it up against that and see, okay, are we longer, are we shorter? And I've now made them in like 4 or 5 different lengths. So it's really, I kind of go by just, like, I literally just hold them around my neck and see, okay, if the scarf fits from here around to here, then I maybe want to add like 1 more repeat before I start decreasing, just so it fits. That's kind of how I do it. But yeah, so I'm kind of trying to now already narrow it down to what I actually need to get done before Christmas. So that's exciting and that's fun. I just finished my baby projects that I'm making for my friend who recently had a kid, and so I'm sending her the package this week. So I need to make sure that that is all done, and then yeah, we'll see. Elizabeth is saying, I want to gift dishcloths for Christmas. Are there any cotton yarns as part of the Christmas collection? There are quite a few cotton yarns, and we will get to those in a few seconds. And Suzanne is asking if I'm going to do the German bingo tonight. It's not going to be me. It is actually our new host, Julia, who is doing bingo tonight. So you can look forward to that. I am going home after this stream. I also saw some people asking that, or saying that they'd had problems ordering to the US. I do know that CS, our customer service department, flagged some technical problems earlier today. So if there's currently a problem at checkout, it could be that our IT department is deploying a fix, and then that could be the issue. I know that there was one issue flagged where if I think it was the order volume, so if you placed a massive order, that apparently caused a problem. So if you're placing a really, really big order, that could be why. I do know that that is something that our IT is very much on and trying to fix ASAP. So I hope that that's the problem. If there's something else, then I am unaware, but there shouldn't be. So you should be able to order to the States without a problem. Alrighty. So that's been quite the intro. I would say let's get started with a little round of inspiration. Let's look at what the group has been up to this week. So here are, that's the wrong one.
Interesting. That is not connected to the right one. There we go.
There we go. Here we have some of the projects that you have uploaded into our live streaming group this week. So some of the works in progress and recent makes of our lovely friends in the group. Brianna saying, define massive order. I believe the order in question had a weight exceeding 8 kilograms, but which is a lot of... What's the weight? How do you do weight if it's not in kilograms?
Pounds?
Pounds? Stone? I was going to say ounces, and then I was like, I'm pretty sure that's liquid. Yeah. Well, there's liquid ounces, and I think there's also, I don't know.
Yeah, you can use both.
But let's focus on what everyone's working on, because there were a lot of really beautiful projects. There were a lot of really, really nice Christmassy ones as well this week. So people are starting up on the Christmassy ones, and there were quite a few Halloween ones that had recently been finished. So I love that we're very clearly seeing the seasonal trend now, with a lot of people either starting on their Christmas makes or already finishing Christmas makes, and then moving more towards Christmas now. So it's very, very, very nice. But yeah, and also, yeah, I just want to say, for those of you who are maybe a bit hesitant, if you're already a member of the group, I deliberately included some pictures where people are quite in the beginning of a make, because I feel like that's the whole point, is to share your journey. And if all you've got so far is just a chain or just a cast on, that's completely fine. Don't worry about it. In fact, one thing I really, really love is that some people actually, Heidi being a great example there, actually uploaded multiple pictures over the course of a few weeks. And Nicole has been uploading her progress on this blanket for weeks now, and it's finished. So everyone, you can go check it out now in the group and see it. So just don't feel like you are too shy to post just because your project isn't really looking interesting just yet, or it's still in the beginning stage. I think we're here to celebrate the entirety of the journey, from literally the first stitch until the finished project. And I absolutely love seeing everyone posting updates on what they've been working on as well. So it's nice, you can actually see the projects grow over time, and it's really, really fun. And also thank you to everyone, not only who uploads pictures, but also to everyone who engages and communicates. Like Kat posted this, one, to show what she's currently working on, but also to show off that she's on holiday, and it looks fantastic, and I hope you're having an amazing time, and I'm very jealous. But you know, so don't be shy, don't feel like your project doesn't look interesting enough or anything to post. I do think every single one of those is a, you know, celebration of your creativity, and it's absolutely lovely. And some people are working on 5 things at the same time and are posting 5 pictures. Some people are only working on 1 project at a time. Carol, for instance, also actually uploaded the finished results of these projects, and so you can actually also check out her progress. So it's really, really lovely to see. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are active on the group. If you are posting in the group, do make sure to use the hashtag #HobbieLive for this giveaway, because that is the easiest way for me to filter and then actually find all the makes that people are making. So here are just, yeah, some of the beautiful, beautiful projects by you, and it's really, really fun to see. And do include cats in the pictures. I am more likely to pick them for the slideshow if there's a cat or a dog involved. That's not the only criteria, but I also just go by I want to show just different aspects of the crafting spirit. But
can I ask for something? Like I want to see a picture with a frog.
Like, as in someone posts a picture that includes a live frog,
yeah,
or as in someone makes a frog?
Both actually is fine, but like, I would like to see a live frog.
Okay, yeah. So cat. I just say. So cats are out, frogs are in, is what Matthias is saying. Yeah. Matthias demands frogs.
Yep.
Send Matthias unsolicited frog pigs.
Please.
Well, actually, they're solicited now because you've asked for them.
Yeah, so they are totally fine. You are in the clear.
And Anne is asking, how do you post your projects? So it is the Hobbii live streaming community is the name of our live streaming group that we have on Facebook. You join the group and then you simply upload a picture. You can write a little bit about what you're currently working on, and just make sure to use the hashtag #HobbieLive. I go through it on Tuesday, so I always go through it about an hour before the live stream, and make sure I note down everyone who has posted, and then I print out everyone's names and put them on pieces of paper, and then we are looking through. And some people have asked about if it needs to be a Hobbii yarn they're working with or a Hobbii pattern. It does not. We're not there to you know, shame anyone, or you know, the whole point is to have fun and be creative together. And if the yarn you're currently working with is not from Hobbii, that's completely cool. The yarn I'm currently working with is not a Hobbii yarn. In fact, it's a sample that I picked up from the grave yarn at some point. It's not one that we carry, so that's completely fine. And all are welcome. I try to make sure to admit new applicants for the group on a daily basis, so that you don't have to work way too long to get in. And Heather is saying that she's scared of frogs, so you will not see a single frog coming from her.
That's fair enough. I mean, maybe you can learn to appreciate together with the rest of us to see a bunch of pictures of frogs.
I mean,
they're very cute.
Matt wants frogs.
Yep.
What can we say? Give the man some frogs.
Yep.
All right. I'm now going to go into the basket and pick our first giveaway winner of today. This is everyone who posted a picture in our live group this week. Thank you to all of you who did. And $25 gift card is going to go to...
Drum roll.
To Mel Berghus. Mel Berghus. Berghus. It looks like it is a Dutch name, but I'm unsure of how it's pronounced.
Isn't it something like Berghus?
Berghus. Mel Berghus.
Yeah.
Either way, Mel, congratulations. You are our first winner of the day. You can look forward to your $25 gift card. All we ask of you, dear Mel, please send us an email to live@hobbii.com. Mel, please email us to live@hobbii.com to make sure that you get your 25 Monies gift card. And I see Shauna and Tracy Pacey commenting, that's why mine are not liked or seen. I forgot the hashtag. I did see yours, though, because I remember the name, because I was like, well, it's Shauna and Tracy Pacey, which I thought was a great name. So I can assure you... Okay, I can't... I wasn't hoping to just pick it out, but I'm like, I mean, there is too many names in here to make sure. But I can guarantee that your name was in here. I just have to find it. This is like a Cinderella. There we go.
You found it?
Just for confirmation, you were in, because I did see that some people forgot the hashtag. That's also why I wanted to make sure that you remember to do it. And Tiffany just made an excellent pun, because Matt wants frog pictures, and so Matt wants you to frog your projects for him.
You know what? Actually, could be interesting to see what is your biggest fail in crafting?
Oh, big craft fails. Yeah, for next week. So feel free to also include big crafting fails.
I mean, there's something about sharing these things and together, right? Yeah, it's a little supportive group.
I think, yeah, you have a point.
Yeah, not to relive any traumatic crafting experiences, but
it's fine. That's the first giveaway gone. Let's talk about yarn, shall we? Because we have a lot of yarns today. So we're starting with all the cottons in one go. And we did have the question earlier about maybe making some dishcloths or little wipes, etc. And we do have an entire line of Christmas cottons. We have our Friends Cotton 8-4 in a variety of oh yeah, Erica did upload a bunch of frogs in the group. I can show you the picture later.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
Yeah. I'll pull that up for you. We've got our Friends Cotton 8-4 in our print color pack. So it's packs of 6, and they come with the Friends Cotton 8-4 solid as well as the Friends Cotton 8-4 print. It's always 6 skeins, and it's always assorted so that the colors in the print skein go with the solid colors in the pack. So this is a pack of 6. You would get 1 extra of the print and 1 extra of the white, but I'm only holding these up. Oh wait, we have little camera again. There we go. Actually,
it's way too blown up.
Never mind, little camera is horrible. We are going back to big camera. Here you can see the different colors you get in the print pack, for instance, right? So you see that the blue up here matches perfectly with the blues in the print, as well as the blue down here and the white. So you get a really nice mix of these colors. And these are the Friends Cotton 8-4, which means that they are...
Oh my god.
which means that they are part of our regular Friends collection. So for instance, this color 85 is actually the Friends Cotton or the Friends color 85. On the regular, these Christmas color packs are just assorted together for kind of a Christmas color story. You can mix and match them beautifully with other Friends cotton yarns if you would like, and they of course go by themselves as well. You get 160 meters or 175 yards of yarn on each of them. They're a fingering or sock weight yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of a 2.5 to 3 millimeters. So perfect for any kind of crafting, whether that be clothing, little toys, amigurumis, some decor, if you want to make some household accessories, a little table runner, a table set, any of that. Friends Cotton 84 is your friend, haha, literally. And we do have the packs in a couple of different color assortments. We also have them in the sort of just print color assortment where you get 6 skeins, 3 different versions of just the print, or we have them where you get the print with its matching solids. So it's always 6 skeins, it's always beautiful cotton, it's always easy to take care of, durable and machine washable. So a great, great little Christmassy cotton assortment. We don't just have Friends cotton for this Christmas season though, because we also actually have a Rainbow Cotton 84, and the Rainbow Cotton 84 comes in color packs as well. Again, 6 skeins, fingering or sock weight yarn, 175-ish yards on a skein, recommended hook or needle size of a 2.5 to 3 millimeter. The 84 cottons are pretty much identical to each other in most ways, except for the colors. Our Friends colors are made to go with the entire line of Friends yarns, and our Rainbow Cotton is simply a different brand and a different line of cotton, but it is still an 8/4 cotton. That means a 4-ply cotton. So in many ways, the yarns are perfectly compatible. Colors, not so much. I actually showed this last time, and I think that was really good to know. It's because it's always a little bit of that question is like, oh, do they go together? And like, yes, they do, but let's, for instance, I mean, I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but in real life, you can tell a difference between these two whites. I think on the camera you can also tell. So this is the Rainbow Cotton and this is the Friends Cotton, and the Rainbow Cotton just has a little bit of a different tint than the Friends Cotton does. So it's just good to know. They are very much compatible with each other. So if I mix and match the white Rainbow Cotton with the blue Friends Cotton, that's still going to look great. You're not going to notice a big difference in terms of yarn weight thickness. They're compatible. But if you have started your project with the Friends Cotton in one color, don't expect the Rainbow Cotton of that same color to match perfectly. That's just good to know in case you're thinking of mixing and matching them for projects. You can, as long as you stick within the same color or within different colors. But if you started with the white in one, or if you started with a blue or a red in one, stick to that one and don't hope to find a match in the other one. That's just good to know, because I know, especially with colors like white or black, people often kind of just assume it's gonna work out somehow, but with these, just, you know, keep that in mind. The Rainbow Cotton color packs are also special in their own right, because they also include a special yarn. So for the Friends Cotton color packs, they have print yarns. For the Rainbow Cotton, we've got glitter. We've got silver and gold. So I'm holding up here, this is the Rainbow Cotton 84 glitter or silver. And this beautiful, beautiful yarn is, again, the same beautiful cotton as the normal Rainbow Cotton 84.
Came to now? I think it's a little bit better. Try with the red, maybe it's a little bit...
It is the same beautiful cotton yarn. I mean, it's still not perfect.
It's not perfect. I can do it.
It's the same beautiful 4-ply cotton yarn. It just has a polyester glitter thread worked around it or twisted into it. And so you, in the color pack, get a nice blend of Christmassy colors with some glitter on it. So again, perfect for various little crafts, whether that be decorations or something functional like a pot holder or a trivet, and you can use them for that. Eleanor says they would make amazing granny squares. They do indeed, absolutely. So you can definitely use it to make some cute little Christmassy granny projects, no problem. Kristen's saying, I found that out the hard way first time. I don't know if you might be referring to the fact that because you'd assume that something like a white is a white, it doesn't matter that much. It actually does. Jenna saying, oh, I missed what you said about what you could make with the 8/4 cotton. No problem. So, like I said, the 8/4 cotton is kind of your baseline cotton. It's pretty much the most, or it's one of the more versatile ones out there. Because it is so thin, that means that you get a really, really nice structure and texture, and it's really fun to work up for a variety of projects. We don't have any projects to show for this yarn.
Oh, I just want to see what.
Okay. So it is a very, very nice and versatile cotton yarn. You can use it for clothing. It's gonna still drape quite nicely and not get too heavy because it's still thin enough for that. You can use it for any kind of household accessory, whether that be a cushion cover or a little, I was gonna say shrug, but I meant a throw. Or you could use it for something like a table runner, for a little table set, if you want to make maybe little napkins, or you want to make little dishcloths, little cosmetic cloths, or makeup remover wipes. Anything like that you could make out of the 8/4 cotton. You could turn it into a bag, you could turn it into a tiny basket, you could use it for things like amigurumi, you could use it for things like any kind of decoration. So if you want to make, you know, just a few little Christmas trees, Friends cotton, 8/4 or rainbow cotton 8/4 both work super well for it. I do think it is on the, I don't know actually, like that'd be a question maybe to put to you. When you think, like, what would you think is the most versatile yarn you can think of? Because I think cotton yarns are up there, because there is really virtually nothing you can't make out of a cotton yarn. I mean, of course, if you want your sweater to be super, super warm, it should have wool in it, but you could still make a sweater out of cotton. It's just going to be a cotton sweater, you know? Like, for acrylic, I would say it has its limitations because it can't really tolerate heat that well, so making something that that is constantly exposed to heat, like a pot holder might be, isn't the best idea, right? A wool yarn is great, but then people can be very sensitive to it, or again, something like maybe a makeup remover pad, I wouldn't necessarily think to make out of wool either. So I think maybe cotton is the one to go for like the most versatile material. So you get packs of 6, either with silver glitter, gold glitter, those are the rainbow 8/4s, or you get it with print, that's the Friends 8/4. So you get a lot of really lovely variety here if you're a fan of cotton, if you want to make some cute little crafts this season. So those are our first cotton yarns, and we're not done with those yet. We do have one more cotton yarn, another 4-ply cotton, but very different nonetheless. We have Sultan Christmas. Sultan Christmas, or Christmas Sultan. I never know which way around I'm supposed to say the names. It says Christmas Sultan on the label, so I guess Christmas Sultan, but to me it's Sultan Christmas. Heidi in the chat is saying, my last 5 temperature blankets have all been cotton 8/4. That is another a great example. And I love that you've made so many temperature blankets. I would be so curious to see if you stuck with the same color scheme, can you actually look at those blankets and see sort of a big difference year to year? And if you didn't stick with the same color scheme, still would be really interesting to know, because I mean, I guess you could still see kind of in the distribution of the stripes a little bit, or I don't know if you did stripes, but I'm really, really interested by doing multiples and then actually using that, because then it even tracks the data further than just the 1-year project.
Wouldn't it be funny to send it into the local station?
I'm kind of thinking like you should get in touch with your local weather station, like your local TV station, and say if they would like to feature that sort of as like a part of like reporting on the weather, and just say like, if you've been curious about tracking temperatures over the course of or other weather phenomena over the course of a few years, here are these temperature blankets that have just been made for such a long time. I think that's an awesome idea, honestly. Yeah. That'd be a really cool segment. A friend of mine is a journalist in Germany. I'm kind of tempted to ask her if she would ever consider doing a segment on this kind of thing, like if she would like to reach out to her local craft community and find people with temperature blankets and see if she can like do a report on that. I'll pitch it to her. And Mika saying, I'm doing my temperature blanket right now, also with an 8/4 cotton. So there you have it. There is virtually nothing you can't make with it. And Heidi saying, yes, you do see differences. I'll have to send pictures. Yes, I would love to see that. let's talk about Sultan now, though, because where the Friends Cotton 8/4 and the Rainbow Cotton 8/4 are fully twisted threads of yarn, so you get a 4-ply yarn, but you only work with one thread because it is spun together. Sultan does not do that. Sultan is a lovely cotton cake. It is also a fingering or sock weight. It is also 4-ply, so in many ways not that different, except you can see right here you have 4 individual plies of yarn that are just sitting next to each other, and they make up the thread that you work with. That can make it a little bit more tricky to work with, just because you have to kind of keep those 4 together. There are a few tips with that. I know many of you have shared in the past. If you pull it through a little weight or a little wooden bead, that can really help because it keeps the strands together between the cake and your project. Also, just making sure that you kind of hold it really well. And then you can just work away and make beautiful projects with a gradient. So this cake has a lovely, very, very gentle, very, very smooth gradient. The way the colors change is quite simple. You start with, let's go from out to in, but you can also go inside out. You start with 4 plies of the same color, and then one changes color, the next changes color, the next changes color, and then it changes over to the next color. So you always have a slight mix or melange of the colors, with the exception of the outermost and the innermost colors, which are solid. So you basically work through all the colors in the gradient until you are once again with a solid with a solid color. I love that Ruth and Eleanor are now discussing whether or not making a temperature blanket makes sense in the UK, because according to Eleanor it's just cold all the time. But I mean, I think you could just make it sort of
very drastic.
Very drastic. Like 1 degree difference, different color. You just go on a scale of 0 to 15, or on a scale of -5 to 15.
Yeah.
That's 20 different colors. And you just, each of them gets a different.
It could also be pretty cool to just have like very subtle changes, you know? I mean, that's also a cool idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, both work.
So this is one example of our Christmas Sultan. We do have one more here. And again, you can see solid color on the outside, solid color on the inside, and in between a gentle gradient. Some of them, like this one, very, very classic Christmas colors. This to me kind of screams Christmas. It's green, it's red, it's white. That's very Christmassy. This, I would say, honestly just works for any lover of reds and oranges already. So it's not overtly just Christmas. So there is a little bit of variety. We have 4 Christmas colors. Matt is pulling them up on the screen right now, so you can see the 4 colors that we have. We do, of course, also have our regular Sultan. It's not part of today's selection, but if you like the concept of it, so you like the 4 plies, but you're not a fan of the Christmas colors, you can just always check out our regular Sultan line, which includes Sultan, Sultan Pastello, and Sultan Shadow. Those also exist, but today we've got the offer for the Christmas ones. You get 875 yards of beautiful cotton yarn on one of these bad boys. The recommended hooker needle size is in the realm of a 2.5 to 3.5 millimeters, and you can machine wash this yarn at low to medium temperature. It is a great yarn to use for things like shawls, for things like blouses or tops, for tunics, for anything that you want to have that slightly flowier texture. And that's also what or that's the reason for the difference between these two. It's, you may want a cotton that allows you to work in a more structured way, where you actually get tighter stitches and you get a better structure of your project. Or you may want to work with something that is a lot more flowy and lightweight, and both in cotton. So we got you covered either way. This was Sultan Christmas, our 4th yarn of the night, and with that, I think those were all the cottons that we have for you. I'm pretty sure those are all the cottons I have for you. And all of them are 20% off if you use our code HAPPY20, and that applies on top of the sales price. They're already around 30% off right now because they're on sale, and the 20% that we offer you goes on top of that as well with our code HAPPY20, which you just want to apply at checkout. Ooh, Karen is asking for maybe doing a little bit more of a deep dive on one of these lives into the different terminology, into the things like fingering, sock, etc. That's a really, really good suggestion, and I will definitely put that in my idea basket of things. I do know, if you're interested in not a stream that you can watch, but in listening, I do know that on our podcast Skein and Tell, Jaya has actually done a little bit of a deep dive on yarn weights and kind of decoding the different yarn weights as well. So if you want to check that out, it's called Skein and Tell, and it is available on Spotify, it's on our YouTube channel, it's on Amazon Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. It's for free, and it's called Skein and Tell. And Jaya, in one episode in season 1, actually does a little bit of a deep dive as well. But I wouldn't mind doing one myself, because I think it's always really nice, especially because I do talk about the yarns a lot. So it's always cool to maybe just have a little bit of a, in case you don't know, this is what that means situation going. Alrighty. I do have some more lovely yarns for you. This next one is actually one that I was quite excited about. And last time that we had it, when we talked about the Christmas yarns, it sparked an entire conversation between us and then also Matthias. And that actually continued quite a long time. Matt and I talked about it after the stream as well. So the next yarn I have for you is Diamond Dust. And I think it was because we were unsure whether or not you would call this tinsel or not. And then Matt discovered that he just did not know what tinsel was quite. Like, yeah. I mean, you knew, but you didn't, like, have first-hand experience with it. And then we went on an entire tangent on how I choose to decorate my Christmas tree. And then, yeah. But Diamond Dust is a new yarn that we've got this year. It's essentially a Christmassy eyelash yarn. So it's made from polyester, and you have one thread right here, and then you've got the little fibers sticking away in one direction, so as you would for an eyelash yarn. And the fibers are, some of them are just solid colored polyester, and some of them are metallized polyester, so they are sparkly like tinsel would be. This is pretty much kind of like a tinsel garland almost, so you could 100% just wrap this around your Christmas tree if you want to give it that little bit of extra Christmassy festive cheer. You can also, of course, use this to wrap your presents. I mean, it would look so festive, but what our product department imagined it for would be to make little decorations for your Christmassy makes. For instance, if you want to make a Christmas sweater and you want to just add that little bit of extra effect to it. Imagine you're making a Christmas sweater that has a motif of a snowman, and then you just make that snowman super fuzzy and sparkly. If you want to do like an ugly sweater kind of, like, I know a lot of like offices have ugly Christmas sweater competitions, and you want to just add that little bit of extra to your sweater. Diamond Dust is there for you. Like, it's just, it is so fun, and it is probably one of the, like, out of the new yarns that we had for this Christmas line, it was the one that I saw and it spoke to me immediately. You could use this if you want to, you know, make a little Christmas basket for someone and then just give it a little fuzzy edge, or just give it a little bit of extra shimmer. If you want to, you know, you could, I keep thinking like the brim of a Christmas hat, or even the pom-pom on the top of a Christmas hat could be made out of this. So Tiffany is saying new yarn. Well, I mean, I guess it still is a yarn. You can still definitely, it's still that. It's more than that, I would say. This is not just a yarn. This is a whole vibe. So yeah, if you just want to add a little bit of a trim to your projects and you want it to be extra sparkly for Christmas, Diamond Dust is there for you. It does feel a little tinsely, so it definitely is something that I imagine if you have it like on the collar or something, I could imagine that after a while it might feel a little bit itchy, like it might become a little bit irritating, because it does have that tinsely feel to it. Not all the fibers, because a lot of them are just the regular polyester, but the metallized ones definitely do. So that's just something to keep in mind if you want to turn this into a cowl or something. I think that you might want to wear like a turtleneck and then wear it on top.
What does it mean when something is metalized?
I have no idea. I assume it just means it looks like this.
Yeah,
Like, it's
it
just-
has been sprayed with something like metally or something like
I
that.
think it's more like given a metal-like appearance, or
Yeah.
like it's
somehow.
treated in some way to metalize it.
But there isn't metals like in it.
I don't think there are, because
It's interesting.
yeah, I don't know actually what metallized polyester is. Matt is now Googling it.
To treat, coat, or combine with a metal.
Okay,
Maybe it has been. A
so
little bit.
it has been in some way treated to be metallic. On one of these skeins, by the way, you get 130 yards, and it is a medium yarn weight with recommended hooker needle size in the realm of 5 to 6 millimeters. That obviously also depends on what you're using it with, how you're using it. Are you using it by itself? Are you using it as an additional thread? Are you just using it to add on some details? All of those, of course, are going to make a little difference too. Oh, like a feather boa, kind of like making a boa out of it. And Amanda suggested some Christmas undies, which I am intrigued by. I do think this would be really fun. I also saw someone saying a stocking, which I am also there with you. I'm now thinking like I should order some, and I shouldn't because I have so much yarn at home, but I should order some and turn it into something cute because I think it's really fun. This is Diamond Dust, ladies and
I like
gentlemen.
that you say that
It's
after
new.
we talked about the undies. You want to make it something fair.
This honestly is one of those yarns that if you're into this kind of over the top maximalist and a little bit more frilly and out there Christmas decor, if you're a fan of kind of tacky Christmas decor as well, I am. I love putting sparkly stuff on my Christmas tree. I love bright colors. I love going really, really maximalist and wacky out there. If you're into that, then this yarn is brilliant. If you're not, if you're into the more subdued, more subtle, more classic and traditional types of Christmas decorations and generally like home decor, which is completely understandable and completely fine, then I imagine this might not be for you. So I think also with that said, I should maybe move on a little bit, because there's probably a lot of you watching who are thinking, no, go back to the beautiful cottons, go back to the beautiful Christmas colors, go away from the super sparkly strange stuff. But yeah, this is Diamond Dust, ladies and gentlemen. 20% off on top of the already reduced price if you use our code HAPPY20, and I'll keep you posted on the Christmas underwear idea, or Christmas bikini, or something of that variety. I also think, like, if I had time, I don't. In 5 years, a coat that has cuffs and maybe a little bit of a lining made in this would look super cool. All right, we do have some more yarns with a little bit of an effect to them. We have more of these, but not right here.
More Starlights?
Yes. Well, we have Starlight and Starlight Soft, so we have two different ones. But that's fine. I'll start talking, and then by the time Matt maybe finds some more, well, yeah, that's the old label. It's fine. The next yarn are two related yarns. We have Starlight and we have Starlight Soft, or Christmas Starlight and Starlight Christmas Soft. Both of these are yarns that have a reflective thread added to them, so they will reflect light. And I do have some user gallery pictures for these two that we can show in a minute, because I did want to show you what this yarn looks like in action. Starlight, yarn number 1, is a medium weight yarn with a recommended hooker needle size of a 5.5 to 6.5, and it is made from 60% wool, 25% polyamide, and then 15% of the reflective thread. Starlight Soft, not to be confused with Starlight, is also a yarn. It's at the very, very end. It's the very last one. Starlight Soft, not to be confused with Starlight, is a yarn made out of acrylic with a reflective thread. So for those of you who like a bit of a woolly feel, Starlight is there for you. And for those of you who don't love acrylic, but who don't love wool or who are sensitive to it but still like the concept, we do also have Starlight Soft, which is made out of acrylic. Both of them, both of them have a yardage of 70 yards. Both of them recommended hook or needle size of a 5.5 to 6.5. So they are compatible or comparable. It's just that one of them is a woolly yarn and one of them is an acrylic yarn. For both of them, I think it's good to know, because this is something that you can turn into really cool projects and things like beanies, for instance. What is good to know is that the reflective thread itself is fairly scratchy. So even to someone like me who is not sensitive at all, I can feel this when I'm touching it. So it's just good to know if you want to turn this into a beanie and you know you're a bit sensitive, what you could always do is give your beanie a fleece lining or other fabric. Fleece is just very popular because it also is nice and warm and nice and soft. So I would maybe recommend lining your beanies or headbands or whatever you may be making that sits directly on skin for a longer period of time. It is a really fun yarn to work with and a really fun effect to get. I've been planning on making some projects to gift to my friends' kids because, of course, in darker months, you have your kids out and about after dark, perhaps. You do want them to have that little bit of added visibility. It's good to know this is reflective. It does work. However, it is, of course, not the same as a professional little vest that you could put them in that has proper reflectors on it. So this is always a nice add-on. I would not rely on this being the only source of added visibility you put on yourself, your child, your pet. But we do have some projects to share that show off this yarn. And so as you can see here, there's Cam, who made a lovely little stocking out of Starlight. There is also, it's in the wrong order, but that's fine, Jenny, who uploaded 2 pictures, and I included both because one of them is with flash, that is this one, and one of them is without flash. So without flash, that is what Jenny's sweater looks like, and with flash was the picture before. It looks like this. So to give you an idea of what the yarn looks like, because we used to, back in the day, get complaints sometimes when I was still in customer service because people expected it to be glow in the dark or sparkly. And it is neither of those two things. It is reflective if you flash a light at it, or if you shine your phone flashlight on it, or if it's in the headlights of a car. So it is going to be reflective then. And Di is asking if the acrylic is itchy. So the acrylic itself is not. The acrylic is very nice and soft. And I will say that the reflective thread actually sinks into it a little bit more than it does on the wool. So overall, I would say the acrylic is softer than the wool, and the reflective thread is a bit less noticeable. But I still think you can feel it if you're very sensitive. So it's just good to know if you know your skin is a little more sensitive to maybe line this or wear it as a vest or an outer layer, or, like, you know, turn it into something that doesn't sit straight on your skin. And Katrina is saying it makes excellent dog coats so headlights shine off them. So another beautiful idea on what you could do. Just bear in mind that it is a crafting product. It isn't the same as a top quality security vest would be. So if you're making something for someone, I wouldn't want them to just rely on this, but it's still a really, really cool yarn with a really cool effect. And both of them are already on sale, and both of them you will get an extra 20% off if you use our code HAPPY20 at checkout. So both of them are gonna give you a little, you're gonna get at a little extra discount. Matt is showing you here the different colors that we have available, and Starlight Soft is great for those of you who are looking for a softer alternative, and Starlight is great for all of you who love a bit of wool. But yeah, for either of them with the reflective thread, I would recommend, if you're turning it into a beanie, maybe add a lining to it, just to have, you know, because it'll be really sad if you make someone something and then they never wear it because it's a bit too itchy for them. All right, so those are kind of the first almost half of the yarns. There's a lot of them today, but that means that we are now going to have a little giveaway. And we are now going to find our giveaway winner in the chat. You can participate on Facebook and on YouTube. And all you need to do in order to participate is just type our secret code word in the chat that today is #giveaway, spelled the way it is spelled right there above me. So just type #giveaway in the chat for your chance to win a gift card worth $25 right now. You're wearing a hat right now today, Matt.
Yeah.
Is it just because you were feeling like it, or?
It's a little bit colder nowadays.
Yeah, that is true.
So you at some point you gotta bring out the winter drip, you know?
Yeah. You say as you're standing here in a t-shirt.
You know, it can only get like it's in the process of getting wintry from summer, you know. So you have to do half. I think that's my excuse.
I agree with you. I was wearing a sweater, like a hoodie on top of this today, and then I took it off at some point because our office is also now being heated, I think. So it is definitely getting a good bit warmer than it was.
And it always does down here in this
studio.
And
the basement is always hot. With the lights, it's just always a little sweaty down here. Oh, Matt just broke a Christmas bauble.
No.
And it was live on camera. Well, I mean, not live on camera. They didn't see you, but they heard.
You saw it. It was amazing.
Well.
Didn't know that they're not even glass. They're kind of just like a weird plastic. Oh.
I mean, it sounded like glass when they broke. That's all I'm saying. Let's see who our lucky giveaway winner is going to be. So #giveaway in the chat for a chance to win a $25 gift card. And we will see who our lucky winner is right now. Who is it gonna be? Who's gonna win the Christmas giveaway? Ho, 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 ho. Meow, 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 meow. I was singing that today and annoying my colleague Katrina with it for quite a while. And I don't even know where it was coming from, probably because I was looking at a lot of Christmas projects because I was preparing for the stream. So it's just... And we've got our second winner, and it is Elizabeth Solheim-Klacken, or Solheim-Klacken, I don't know whether to pronounce that English or more Germanic. Elizabeth Solheim-Klacken, congratulations! You are winner number 2 today. You will receive a gift card worth $25 or equivalent in your local currency. Please send us an email to live@hobbii.com in order to get your gift card. And please, to all of our winners, I should have said the same in the beginning, do include which country it is that you are from or that you are shopping from so that we can make sure that the gift card works for you. Jax is pointing out that you do lose 10% of your body heat through your head, so a hat is going to keep you warm. That is actually... really fun because I went through a phase when I was a teenager in my late teens when we were in the final 2 years of high school. My grandma had made me a really nice kind of slouchy beanie, and I actually wore that a lot. And it was one of those interesting points of contention because boys were told to take off caps and hats during school. But because mine so clearly went with my outfit, it was more of a fashion accessory. And so my teachers didn't say anything. And then it wasn't until it was called out and someone was like, Louisa's been wearing a beanie for like 2 hours and no one has said anything. And I think our teacher was literally like, yeah, I hadn't noticed, it matches her belt, kind of. It was like that kind of thing. But I went through a phase for like 6 months or so where I was just constantly wearing a beanie. I was that cool girl. Like, it was kind of like pre-Tumblr, or like, I mean, I guess it was like kind of Tumblr era where I was like that cool girl walking around with like a blouse and a beanie that kind of matched and like, and a owl necklace. Jillian is asking if we're ever also looking at the YouTube chat. So normally we don't, and that's just because we're limited on the amount of screens that I can have in front of me, and some of which I need, or some of which Matt needs constantly to be able to monitor the stream. And so because this used to be primarily the Facebook live stream, and that is where about, I would say, 3/4 of the viewers are. That's why we usually read the Facebook stream, Facebook chat rather than the other chats, so Instagram and YouTube. I am sorry. I very rarely, we do sometimes check there as well, but I very rarely see what people comment there. Sadly. So that was our second winner. We will have one final giveaway at the end of the show where we will be picking our winner for a gift card worth $50 or equivalent in your currency. So stay tuned for that. And now let's talk some more about some more yarns. And I think I'm gonna arrange them kind of thematically again, because we have a few. Oh, we still don't have the horizon, do we?
Nope.
You know why this bothers me? It's because I still have a lot of the horizon at home.
Oh, yeah.
I keep forgetting. I mean, it's not this year's horizon, it's from 3 years ago, but still, I keep forgetting to bring it for these. We do have a couple of lovely, both gradient and stripy cakes coming up. So we have, for instance, our candy cake. Candy cake is made from 100% acrylic, and we also have Horizon Christmas. So I think I wanted to show them next to each other. We don't have the horizon here, but if you were here last week, you'll remember that I showed you the Candy Cake Halloween next to the Horizon Halloween. The exact same applies here as well. Both of them are made from acrylic. Both of them are very close in yardage. The Candy Cake has 590 and the Horizon has 600. So it's a 10-yard difference roughly between them. This is now the Candy Cake, which will give you really nice blocky stripes. It's a fine yarn weight with a recommended hook or needle size of a 3.5 to 4.5 millimeters. The Horizon, by comparison, is a light weight with a recommended hook or needle size of 4 to 5 millimeters. So they're very close together. Both of them are machine washable at low to medium temperature, easy to take care of. Where they differ is mostly in their texture and color. So as you can see, the candy cake that I have here is a lot fluffier on the surface. And it also, when you stroke it like this, it feels very nice and soft, but a little bit more fibrous than the Horizon, which is very, very, very slick on the surface. So Horizon has a surface that is super, super slick and a color that really is almost kind of popping out and quite shiny. Whereas the Candy Cake's colors are a little bit more muted, a little bit more dull, matte, so to speak, a little bit more matte. Yeah, that's a good one in comparison. So both of them, great for the same kind of projects, great for things like a nice blanket or a nice plushy project. Both of them great for something like a hexagon cardigan, for instance, because you do have the colors just changing throughout, meaning that you don't have to worry about having 5 million ends to weave in at the end if you make something like a granny project or a hexagon-based project. So those are the two acrylic cakes that we have. Candy Cake, which I have here in person, and Horizon Christmas. The Candy Cake is a little bit of an interesting one because we have the Candy Cake in all of our seasonal varieties, but we don't have it as a regular yarn in our repertoire, whereas Horizon is a yarn that we have as a regular yarn on our shop, and then we also have a Christmas version of it. But Candy Cake Christmas as well as Horizon Christmas are both part of today's show, and both perfect choices for those of you who like a really nice kind of stripy yarn, who want to work up with something with a few different Christmassy colors, but don't want to weave in a bunch of ends at the end. Matte for matte, says Katrina.
No. Matte is matte.
Matte is matte. Are you? Are you not shiny? Are you not like a shiny Pokemon?
Not yet. Whenever I stop being a little bit under the weather, then I'll be shiny. Shiny Pokemon.
Matt is going to be the shiniest. All right. Moving on to another yarn that also has beautiful colors. A little bit of a different vibe, though, is our Wheel of Alpaca Christmas and our Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter. So we have both of them. One is our normal Wheel of Alpaca as you know it and love it in 4 gorgeous Christmas colors, and the other has glitter. As the name might suggest. So the Wheel of Alpaca is a gorgeous, or Wheel of Alpaca Christmas, but like it's Wheel of Alpaca just in Christmas colors. That's one thing with the Halloween as well. I'm always like, I of course want to give you the full name of the yarn, because also if you want to look it up later on the website, it's good for you to have heard the whole name. But the full name of this yarn, for instance, is Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter Limited Edition. which is just maybe a bit too many words. I am a woman of many words. No one has ever referred to me as a woman of a few words, but I am a woman of many words, but these are maybe too many. The Wheel of Alpaca Christmas and the Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter are both blends of 80% acrylic, 20% alpaca. They have a little bit of alpaca fluffiness and softness and warmth, and they have a lot of squish factor as well. As with the Sultan as well, they do have the gradient running from a solid on the outside to a solid on the inside, and running through a bunch of soft changes where, again, one part of the thread changes color after the other. I'm going a little bit closer so you can see it a little bit better. So you can see how it changes from a red to a red with green, to a green with white, to a white with brown, to a brown with the kind of caramel color in the center, and then you end up with a solid in the center again. The Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter has the exact same gradient, it just has a polyester glitter thread worked through it. All of our Wheel of Alpaca Christmas editions, whoop, there we are, have the Easy Start tab that marks the center pull. So if you like working your cakes from the center, you can totally do it. Wheel of Alpaca and Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter have a yardage of just over 1,000. You've got 1,028 yards on here. It is a lightweight yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of 3.5 to 4.5 millimeters. So a nice kind of medium weight, works up pretty nicely. We do recommend that you hand wash these to keep them beautiful for as long as possible. We do have them in a few more colors, and I actually have a few more here, so I'm going to show them to you. This one was a particularly big hit last year, and it's the one that I love. I don't want to say love the most, but it's definitely the one that I gravitated to a lot last year as well, because it kind of is giving me Elsa from Frozen vibes, and I just think it's a really, really pretty color, especially the silver glitter thread that comes with it if you get it in the glitter version. We don't have that here, do we?
No. I don't think so.
That's fine. Is it not there?
Is it? What is that? Oh, it lost its bend.
Oh, yeah. Matt looked.
I looked.
Matt checked to see if
it's there somewhere.
So we have the glitter version here, so I really wanted to show you that because I think it just looks so fantastic. There we are, and there you can see that subtle shine. And here the glitter thread kind of sinks into the main material really beautifully, so you don't really feel it when you touch it. So those of you who are worried about being sensitive to it, this is one where you don't have to. So yeah, we have both 4 colors of each, 4 with glitter, 4 without, and it is maximum coziness and cuddly fun, I would say, for the Christmas season. So those are the wheels of alpaca. The wheels of alpaca go round and round, round and round, round and round. And both of them are already 30% off at the moment, and you can add an extra 20% off of that if you use our code HAPPY20 for the next 23 hours. Then it expires. Then you have to wait until next week's offers, which will not be as festive, but will also be great. So if you're new here, we actually do these live streams once a week. It's always changing offers, it's always changing different yarns, and it's just a lot of me talking about yarns, then usually getting distracted by something, it can be anything, and going off on a tangent. In case you're wondering, what does this yarn look like when used up? I actually have pictures from the user gallery that I could show, could I share them with you? That I would love to share with you. And okay, never mind. Oh, that's when Canva died. Never mind. I do have them. I just can't share them with you. That's fine. We have some more pictures coming up of beautiful ideas that you can make. This is so cozy.
Where are we going next?
Where are we going next? We are now going to do the last few cakes as well, I'd say. Let's get those cakes out the way. Not something I've ever said, because I love cake. Who doesn't love cake? And also cake yarn. So what we've got now for you is actually our Tea Time Christmas. Tea Time Christmas is our beloved yarn tea time, just in Christmas colors. It's a 100% acrylic yarn. It's a medium or worsted weight yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of 4.5 to 5.5 millimeters. It's machine washable at low to medium temperature, and it has a yardage of 635 yards. This yarn comes with these gorgeous Christmassy colors, and we actually had a picture of what it looks like when used in our group giveaway. So if you want to check out the group giveaway, you can maybe, oh, it's going to be a little hard for you to pull up, but it was kind of right in the middle of the show.
Take a while.
But there was someone making a shawl out of it, and so we already showed it earlier, but oh, you're just going to go through the slideshow?
You said around the middle, yeah?
I think so. I don't know. Don't like, in German we say don't nail me down on it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a phrase in Danish as well?
No. Not that
in German, like if you say like, oh yeah, it's in the middle of the slideshow, but don't nail me down on it, that just kind of means like, I think it's somewhere in the middle, but I'm not 100% sure where exactly.
Doesn't seem like it was there, Louisa.
Yeah, great. Let's see.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, it was a shawl. Ah, okay.
There we go. So this is what the Christmas tea time actually looks when used. So Lauren, thank you so much for uploading the picture in the group. I just wanted to share that real quick because I remembered that it was there.
That's a seaweed color.
It does kind of have this kind of, it also looks a lot like I went hiking last weekend in a forest, and it has this kind of, it looks very mossy and also kind of the green of a forest when like the sun shines through it.
Yeah.
So it is, I would say, yeah, a little bit more lighter. It's giving less pine or fir and more just forest and moss and freshness. In English, you would say, don't quote me on that, says Lee. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, don't quote me on that, I think, is a good example. Or, as we discussed last time or the week before, take it with a grain of salt. That was also, like...
I feel like it's a little bit of a different meaning.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
right?
I think it's don't quote me on that, I think is the best equivalent. I just love that in German we just go, yeah, don't nail me down on that. Like, do not hold me to it. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. Has Friend's Wheel been discontinued? Has it? I don't think it has. I was not informed of that. I am now terrified. No. No, it's not. It has not.
It's healthy.
Friend's Wheel is doing excellent. I was briefly like, oh, has it? Has it? Right. Tea time, Christmas. Unlike our regular tea time, where the yarn colors are all named after different types of teas, that's not the case here. These just have Christmassy names, and we have a total of 4 colors. I have 3 of them here, so I can show you these 3 right here to give you a better idea. What you get with tea time essentially is very gentle stripes, but you get these really, really soft color changes because the colors are kind of just gently working into each other and flowing into each other. So you get very, very gentle stripes, and you get a little bit of variation in thickness because the yarn is sometimes spun a little tighter and sometimes a little bit more loosely, giving you an overall kind of slightly more rustic texture, a little bit more of that handmade feel, if you will. It is super, super soft. Tina saying, since when have I been called Lee? I don't know what that is in... Oh, I think a lot of people just commented the same thing because a lot of people said in the UK we say don't quote me, or in the US we say don't. So I think I may have been responding to a different comment. All right, no. So this is our Tea Time Christmas, which is 20% off with our code HAPPY20, and it is super gorgeous and super soft. Now, from there, let's move on to the one that we, for some reason, don't have here. I swear we had it last time.
No. I mean, the...
You found it last time.
No.
Yes, you sent me a picture the day after.
Oh, yeah. I know where it is.
The day after the live last time we had this yarn on. in the morning, I just get a random message from Matt, and it is just a picture. And it took my morning pre-coffee, pre-tea brain probably an hour to figure out what he was trying to tell me. And what he was trying to tell me is, dude, I found the skeins of yarn that we were looking for the day after the stream. Yeah, but so just Matt is getting the yarn for you. We're talking about Universe Christmas. If you're a fan of our regular Universe, this is just the Christmas version of it. It's a acrylic thread that has a polyester glitter strand worked around it. It's a roving yarn, so it's just one ply. Whee! So it's just one ply with just very, very loosely spun texture that gives you a lot of softness and a gorgeous, gorgeous stripy effect, color effect with glitter. And the glitter is different colored on every skein, so it's always matched to the base color. So here you've got this beautiful dark kind of green, this is like a dark kind of a fur green. Fur, F-I-R. Is there a difference in pronunciation between the fur of a dog and a Douglas fir in the forest? I don't know, because I feel like I'm pronouncing them the same, but I'm thinking them differently because they're spelt differently.
And what about the boots with the fur?
The boots with the fur. You walk into the club with boots and a fur. That's very Christmas. That's very Saint Nick of you. So this is an acrylic thread with glitter, and the glitter is always matched to the yarn color. So you can see on this one, it's a red. On the other one, it's a lovely dark green. Same pronunciation. No, it's pronounced the same. Okay, good. I was like, it'd be really funny if I've just been, you know, people are just, what is she talking about? Like, you get 505 yards on one of these, and you can machine wash them at low to medium temperature. It's a 2.5 to 3.5 or 4 millimeter hook or needle recommendation, and this is a fingering or sock weight yarn. It's great again for projects where you want a color change and you do not want to add a bunch of colors together. You just want to keep working. The changes are very soft, and I do have pictures of how it looks used up this time for sure. So Matt can pull those up for you in a sec and show them what it looks like.
Can you show all three colors? Because someone was asking about them.
I only have 2 colors here.
Oh, it's 2 of the same.
Yeah, it's 2 of the same. So I only have these 2 IRL with me right here. But Matt is now going to show you some projects made from this yarn to give you an idea of what it looks like when used. So Krista, for instance, made this cute little witch's hat, which I think looks gorgeous, and Yvonne made this wreath, which uses the yarn as well. Right here we have a beautiful Christmas top made by Joanne, and finally we have it's a little dog sweater made by Sophie. I think it's not, especially if you're watching this on the phone, the picture is probably a bit small, but in the gallery she did write that it is for their furry family members.
Nice.
Tiffany saying fur tree, fur dog, and then below Jennifer is going tree equals fur, boots equals fur.
Nice.
I love that. It's like the two. It's the yeah. But yeah, these are the 2 that we do have in the studio. So you get the slightly more light colored variety that has the brighter green and white with it, with the red glitter, and then here you have the darker kind of berry tones and the darker fur green with a green glitter thread. So that's Universe Christmas. Our final, I think, cakey yarn. What we have left now is 2 different sock yarns. Well, 3 different sock yarns if we're being exact. We have our Jolly Sock Wool, which is 75% wool and 25% polyamide. We also have our Christmas Sock Wool and Christmas Sock Wool Glitter, which are, you've guessed it, also 75% wool and 25% polyamide. They are quite similar. They are fingering and sock weight yarns, all of them. So the Christmas Sock Wool as well as the Jolly Sock Wool are sock weight yarns. How often can I say sock in a 1-minute segment? quite a lot if I'm talking about sock wool, it turns out. Jax now has the song stuck in her head. Same.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Same. Stop, Matt. You're making it worse. No, I can't. I have to focus. You can be distracted, Matt. I can't. They can see me. This is unfair. This is what I have to deal with.
A little challenge, you know? It's all good.
Yeah, I love a challenge. Who doesn't love to be challenged on a Tuesday night? On the Jolly sock wool, you get 448 yards of sock wool. On the Christmas sock wool, you get a little bit less than that, I believe. Can you confirm, Matt? Yes, you get, no, you get a little bit more. You get 459, so you get like 10-ish yards more. So it's 410 meters to 420 meters. A skein goes, or one skein is enough for a sort of medium-sized pair of socks. So I think anywhere up to like a US 10, you can do one, and then above that, go for a second skein. Obviously, also depends on the exact size of socks that you're making. Like if you're making them up to the knees, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need a bigger stash. They are machine washable at low to medium temperature, and both have a recommended hook or needle size of a 2.5 to 3 millimeter. So, lovely sock yarns. The Jolly sock wool, which is what I've been holding the whole time here, has, I think, a slightly more print colored colorways. So the kind of in shorter bursts and a little bit more mixy and matchy and wild. Whereas the Christmas sock wool has slightly longer stretches of each color, so a slightly more stripy look overall. On the whole, you can, of course, just pick whichever one you like the look of best. The Christmas sock wool also comes in the Christmas sock wool glitter variety, so you've also got it with some nice glitter and shimmer with it. And for the Christmas sock wool and sock wool glitter, I did also pick some user gallery projects, so we can check those out together to see what everyone has made out of those. There were like there were more. Oh, and there's also the Wheel of Alpaca ones.
Maybe they weren't like uploaded whenever I downloaded.
Could be. Huh. Could be.
Oh well. Is this all there is of this stuff?
There's 3 Wheel of Alpacas and there should have been 4 sock wool. But maybe they didn't upload properly because.
Doesn't seem like it.
Huh.
There's just this one?
There's just one.
Yeah,
well, we're showing the one because it's
go.
beautiful. Suzanne made this really beautiful shawl and bag combo out of it. I wanted to show you a few like varieties. You can check them out on the product page. So you can find all of the pictures I'm showing here are from the user gallery. So you can actually also check them out on the page. Yeah, because I had the tiny these. Yeah, these were also selected.
That's
the very, very cute tiny sweaters that are just, I think, adorable for some elves or dolls or just as decor. So what size hook is the question. So recommended hook size is a 4 millimeter roughly. So there you go. I'd say probably a 3.5 will do for these, honestly. Those were our sock wools. We have a bunch of them, 3 in total for the Christmas variety. And finally, we also have some color packs of pure wool. So this is our Friends Wool color pack. It is 5 skeins of 100% wool yarn in Christmas colors. The Friends Wool is this. What are you doing, Matt?
I mistakenly stopped all the tabs.
Matt is just confusing me. Confounding, so to speak. On the they are part of our Friends line, so they are also just Friends Wool yarns. That's the wrong product.
I'm trying to find it. Is that the one? No, that's the one. Wool pack. Do you see that?
No. Huh. Fascinating. But we had it last time, I could have sworn.
No?
Yeah. No, I guess we don't. Do we not have it this year? Or maybe it's sold out. It could be that it's sold out.
Yeah.
Cool, so I'm not going to show it to you then, because why would I bother if we don't have the Friends Wool color pack anymore? But we do have the Friends acrylic color pack.
That's down there.
That I do have for you. And it's right here. So forget anything I said about 100% wool. We've got 100% acrylic for you. It's 5 colors. It's 380 yards per skein. It's a lightweight with a recommended hook or needle size of a 4 to 5 millimeter. So this is great if you do want to make your own project where you do want to have a bit more control about the color changes compared to Candy Cake or Horizon where you just get blocky stripes. Here, if you want the full control over your colors, you've got the color pack. It's machine washable at medium temperature, it's easy to take care of, and it's a good all-round yarn. If you want to make a Christmas sweater, use this yarn and then get yourself some of the diamond dust that I put somewhere and can't find and pizzazz it a little bit with that, for instance. For the Friends Wool, if you're sad that we don't have the color pack, don't worry about it because you can always just get the regular Friends Wool in those colors. So I believe all of those were actually regular colors from the assortment, so you can just pick them from there if you still want to get them. You won't get the discount of Happy 20 on them, but you will still be able to get a lovely color selection there. But we do have the acrylic color pack for you. Now, the final 3 that we've got, and those I also have user gallery pictures picked out, are our honey bunnies again. And we actually have 3 different Honey Bunny Christmas varieties. We have Honey Bunny Christmas, which is a striped version, which is kind of unusual because we don't normally have Honey Bunny in a print variety. We only have straight color, and then we have candy and shine. But for Christmas, we do have the Honey Bunny Christmas, which is a striped version. We also have a Honey Bunny candy Christmas variety, and we have a Honey Bunny glitter variety. And the glitter is there. It's important that it's glitter and not shine. Do we have one here? Because
I don't think we had that last time.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure we did. I am pretty positive we did. Didn't we have like a third?
I mean, there's one out here. You want to go down?
I love that you're just getting content of me and Madge looking for the yarns because it's so many of them and because they come in a bunch of different boxes. It's so hard to keep track of like where we are with them. Okay, then I guess we don't have it anymore. But basically what I wanted to talk about is, so you know Honey Bunny Shine, which is a chenille yarn that has little flecks of silver glitter worked into the chenille. And the reason I wanted to show you Honey Bunny Glitter is because it's important to know that on Honey Bunny Glitter, it's the same principle, except the glitter is gold. So on the Honey Bunny Glitter, you're going to get little flecks of gold rather than silver in comparison. The Honey Bunny Candy Christmas also comes in specific Christmas colors. So the main colors, like the main colors of the yarn, compatible with other Honey Bunny. The little flecks specific to Christmas colors. So here you've got like the little variety, the white, green, and red combination. And we also have a blue variety, which has little flecks of white and blue. Lovely, soft chenille yarns made out of polyester. All of them a nice bulky yarn weight. The recommended hook or needle size varies greatly depending on your project. For something like an amigurumi, I would go as low as maybe a 5 millimeter. For something like clothing, I would go as high as maybe a 10 millimeter. So it's somewhere in that realm, depending on what exactly it is that you are working on and making with it. For amigurumi or anything that you want to stuff, it's always good to maybe go down a little bit so that there aren't too many big holes, since the thread is made up of a very, very thin center that then just has these fibers sticking out from it to the sides. That means that if you're not very tight in your stitches, you will get bigger and bigger holes where filling might fall out. So it's always good when working with chenille yarns to kind of figure out the sweet spot for the tension you want, the structure you want, versus how big the holes in it are supposed to get. So we have Christmas Honey Bunny, which we don't have in the studio, sadly, so Matt's going to show you the picture, where you, as you can see, you get a essentially print or a striped variety. We have the green and red option, the white and red option, and then we have the white, red, and green option. And I do have some user gallery pictures that show that. So those are the three different Honey Bunnies. One has glitter, which is gold, unlike Honey Bunny Shine, which has silver. We've got the print variety, which is just called Christmas Honey Bunny. And we've got the candy, which is the same as our regular Honey Bunny candy. It's just in specific Christmassy colors. And here are a few examples on what you could make with these. So Jason, for instance, made this pillowcase out of the Honey Bunny Christmas. For the Honey Bunny Christmas glitter, actually, I think it was, Christy made these sweet little, Candy made these sweet little lights, and Jody made this super cute little candy cone. And there you can, I think, perfectly see the stripes. They line up almost exactly. So I guess Jody really either, I don't know, maybe if you're in the chat, Jody, you can let us know. I don't know if you like cut and pasted essentially to get it like to line up that perfectly, or if it just so happened that you figured out essentially the perfect perfect pattern to make with that yarn to get like that perfect striped look. Might be one of the two of them. So on each of them you get 130 yards of yarn. They are all machine washable at low to medium temperature and easy to take care of. So those are all of our Christmas honey bunnies. And with that, I think I've shown you all of the Christmas yarns. I've at least shown you all the ones we have in the studio, and I also showed you one that we don't actually have anymore. There is also a Friends Cotton 8/4 color pack that does not have the print, and it has 10 skeins. I forgot about that one. But it's also part of the list. Basically anything you see on this list is a part of our offer and is an extra 20% off with our code HAPPY20. So if you want to treat yourself to a little bit of Christmas cheer, these are the yarns that you can get at an extra 20% off this week / until tomorrow evening, our time. So until tomorrow, you can grab these yarns at a little extra discount. With that, we have reached the end of today's show, and it is now time for our final giveaway of the day or night or evening or morning, depending on where you are. And one last time, I will ask you to write our secret little code word in the chat, and it is #giveaway one more time. #giveaway in the chat, spelled as it is spelled up here, for a chance to win a gift card worth $50 or equivalent in your currency as a big thank you for sticking around until the end. I could see Anne asking if the discount also works on the Christmas accessories such as the stitch markers. Not at this time. At this time it is only the Christmas yarns that are part of the selection. So HAPPY20 only works on our Christmas yarns on our landing page. If you haven't already, you should have by now gotten a message in your inbox on Facebook or Insta if you've commented on this stream with a link to our landing page that Matt has shown you a few times. If you haven't already, you can also just comment HAPPY20 on the chat one more time for good measure. You will also receive a follow-up message on Facebook. If you're watching us on YouTube, there is a pinned comment in the chat that has the link to this landing page, where I've also put a ton of beautiful Christmas patterns. I didn't really get around to showing any of them today, but there is also a big collection of gorgeous ideas for Christmas projects that you can check out there as well. So you can figure out what it is. So #giveaway in the chat. You've got 10 seconds left to do that, and we will find our lucky final winner of the night. I'd be curious to know how many of you are also planning on making a lot of projects for Christmas, and if you're already on it, or if you're like me. I mean, I'm already on it actually, but if you've still got a long list, or if you started really early, or if you're only just now getting into the spirit of things, I'd be really curious to know how you're doing there, because yeah, I think from this week on it's going to be all Christmas. And we found our third winner of the night, and it is a YouTube viewer. It is Vonda Toop. Congratulations, you are our third winner of the night. You will receive a gift card worth $50 or equivalent in your currency, and all you got to do is send us an email to live@hobbii.com in order to get your gift card at Vonda Tube. Congrats to you. I can see loads of congrats in the chat as well. Also, something that happens to me quite often, that I know just in real life use the term congrats and then remember that not everyone knows these kinds of inside jokes. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you found maybe some new favorite yarns. I hope you got inspired for some festive projects. Happy 20 is valid until tomorrow evening, or tomorrow evening our time, so it's valid for another 22 and a half hours. Yep, 22 and a half hours. And it cannot be combined with any other discount codes, but it does stack on top of the sales price for our Christmas collection. So all of our Christmas yarns that you see on our landing page are part of the deal. You will receive an extra 20% off of those, and it's valid until tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed. On Thursday, you will get the chance to join the wonderful Matthias for a little round of quizzes and trivia if you want to join him for a chance to win some extra prizes and learn some great facts about yarn, fiber arts, the extended universe. Anything that you can kind of somehow relate to yarn is covered. So join Matt for quiz time on Thursday. I'll see you again next week, not only for live shopping, but actually I'm going to do the tech for the English bingo next week. So it's going to be me and Regina next Monday.
Dynamic duo.
And yeah, the dynamic duo strikes again.
Yeah,
the little girl power gang is back at it. So I will see you then. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care and goodbye.